Today, the Avenue has taken us to the lovely city of Arlington Heights, Illinois, to a little gem of a gem Italian restaurant named Osteria Trulli. This gem of a place has an intrigue to it, and the intrigue actually starts right with the name. If you break down the meaning of Osteria Trulli, the intrigue really begins. Osteria is the Italian term for a very simple place to dine. Very, very simple. We're also familiar with the other Italian restaurant terms such as trattoria and ristorante. We see lots of those types of places. Trattoria is the next level up, a fancier type of cafe, and ristorante is meant to be at the top of the line, lavish dining room. So of the three terms, Osteria is the simplest. So this is a nice, simple place. So what's the Trulli part of the name? This refers to prehistoric stone hut-like structures, these cone-shaped things, that are the signature hallmark of a particular town within the Puglia region of Italy. Archaeologists believe that these were developed prehistoric times by tribesmen as a very elaborate grave, a way to protect the remains of their loved ones. But as history marched on, it became known that the Trullis had built-in natural climate control. Cool in the summer, warm in the winter, so there you go. Trulli suddenly became embellished where people actually said, well, the grave thing's nice, but how about if we just live in them? To this day, you will see in the Puglia region of Italy these prehistoric Trulli structures. Some of them are larger now, there are clusters of them, but they're more of a functional home, but it's really a signature touch. So clearly, the chef owner of this establishment has an affection for this region. Not only is the name a tip of the hat to this, but also the food. We're about to experience delightful Puglia-type cuisine, as well as Puglia wine. So please join us as we journey through this intriguing part of the Italian culinary journey. Please join us as we enter Osteria Trulli. When you enter this dining room, you are immediately hit with the charm. Absolutely cozy, intimate, and charming. Again, the Osteria concept is that it's simple, but simple does not necessarily mean that there's any lack of elegance. It is very elegant. But yes, it is small. Seating is limited, which makes it intimate. The last time I was here, I saw 3 different parties walk in quick succession, but every one of them announced quickly that they had reservations. So be aware of the day and the time that you are coming, but reservations certainly for those peak hours would be a must, certainly worth it. Behold the Osteria Trulli magic spread we have here before us. Starting with this appetizer, you can see the magnificent presentation here. This is known as grigliata, a seafood mixed grill of sorts. So we have here calamari, octopus, there's cuttlefish, as well as this amazing prawn that you see here, straight from the Mediterranean, by the way. All these friends are resting on this beautiful bed of rapini and Tuscan beans. And here we have a beautiful pasta entree, the orecchiette con cima di rapa. Orecchiette is one of my favorite pastas. Basically, the translation from Italian is ear. You see how they are ear-shaped. They also remind me of the scrubbing bubbles, another delightful comparison, but I just love this pasta. And here our rapini theme continues. So we've got our rapini here, and the sauce is very simply garlic, olive oil, and a pinch of red pepper. Again, as we talked about with the Osteria theme, simple food, but that's all you need for a beautifully elegant dish. Mind-blowing completely. I've actually never had a grilled mixed seafood combo anything like this. So all the fish was incredible, and especially because you have that wood fire grill element, it just brings the whole grilling to a whole new level. Flavorful, unbelievable, delicious. Such a nice, simple sauce, really more of the natural flavors and juices of the Tuscan beans and the rapini, so you don't need anything drowning this, nothing to mute the flavors. It's simply their own natural flavors coming together in a dynamic combo as they should be. And the rapini, so amazing. We more commonly refer to this in the US as broccoli rabe. It's a nice bitterness, but not too bitter. Beautiful accompaniment with all these fish. And I love the Tuscan beans because it adds a whole new texture. Suddenly you have this velvety bean with the greens and all these nice chewy fish. This was absolutely spectacular. And even the bread is remarkable. Trulli bread at an Italian restaurant, you can't overstate its importance. It's your opener, usually your very first impression, and it certainly has to be done right. It can't be a throwaway thing. We've all had that unfortunate experience at some places. This is the perfect bread. You have just the right amount of crustiness on the outside, but the inside is fluffy fluff. Perfect. Love this cheese. Certainly, I don't mind regular grated Parmesan, but why settle for that when I can have the really nice shred that I can just put right on here or into the olive oil and then scoop it on at my leisure. Also want to mention the olive oil. Again, something else where not all of these are created equal. And here at Osteria Trulli, they're very proud of the high quality ingredients they use, particularly their imported, very top-notch olive oil. And you know an olive oil is top-notch when it has that bite. I recently went to a place where the olive oil had no taste at all. It was just literally oil. True olive oil needs to have a taste. It has to have its own bite. This is perfect. So right now, what we've got going on here is just a superb experience. Starting with just the bread and an appetizer. Speaking of which, by the way, appetizer, this certainly, the grigliata, easily could be a beautiful entree all on its own. The orecchietti, simply perfect. Here we have our orecchietti pasta, our ear shape or scrubbing bubble. And what's so nice about it is you have really a bowl shape here. These become little tiny bowls that fill up with the beautiful natural juices of this dish. Again, our rapini makes an appearance. Perfect, that nice slight bitterness, just delicious, with the garlic and olive oil touch, absolutely stupendous. And the pinch of red pepper, it literally is a pinch. In fact, you could barely see it. Here's one part of the pinch detected, but you can detect it clearly on your palate. Just the right amount of heat, subtle, but there, present enough. It's a perfect balance of things, and again, I love that we're just talking natural juices here. So no need for a big heavy sauce or gravy, just perfect as is. Also perfection would be the wine pairing that we have here. I've gone with a classic Pinot Grigio, really the classic Italian white wine. The first word that always comes to my mind when I'm sipping a good Pinot Grigio is crisp. That's exactly how this is, just nice and crisp, very food friendly, particularly with dishes like this. I don't have a heavy marinara or bolognese sauce, so I don't want a red. I'm really enjoying this with the seafood and the rapini. This is perfect. And speaking of the wines here at Osteria Trulli, they have a beautiful wine list, very, very extensive. You have whites from around the world and also especially from the Puglia region. Again, not a common thing you're going to find in other Italian restaurants. Very, very proud of the Puglia wines in addition to the Puglia food. We also have some sparkling wines, and then of course red from Puglia and red from around the world. So beautiful selections, not just by the bottle, but also by the glass. We say cheers to that. So in addition to their lovely wine list, Osteria Trulli has a perfectly stocked bar. Again, it's an intimate dining room here, so you don't have a large lounge or anything, but it's a nice, cozy service bar, stocked very well. Of course, they have the top-of-the-line Breville cappuccino maker, and one thing I especially appreciate is they offer a decaf cappuccino. Not every place offers that, and I had it on my last visit, and it was absolutely excellent. Nice option to have, the decaf cappuccino. It is our privilege to spend a few minutes with the chef owner of Osteria Trulli. This is Giovanni Di Negris. Sir, we are enamored with this gem of a place that you have here.
Thank you. I'm original from Mola di Bari, Puglia. I'm only fascinated with my culture, so when I started this restaurant concept, I'm only thinking about my homeland and Trulli of Alberobello. That's the landmark of Puglia. So being around the world, cooking everywhere, I stopped at thinking and say, what am I going to do now? So I went back my own roots, what they call the poor people food, and I created Cucina Pugliese with the dish what we grew up, from the land, from the sea, what the poor people they used to eat. What's today, it's more delicacy because it's not so easy to find. But I have other Pugliese people that they bring food from Puglia. So I buy everything originality from Puglia, from company, from the bread, the pasta, and the cheese, the wine, etc., etc. And here I am.
It's a wonderful story. We love the way that your pride for your hometown is very evident, not just in the restaurant itself, but certainly in the food. Your affection for Puglia, very clear, and that's a very special experience.
Thank you. It's for me, it's not anymore about business. It's more about, how can I say, the pride to bring the really culture of Italy, a region, Puglia, that today many American Hollywood or very high people go visit. They're coming back and they told me, you were right. So I'm very proud of that.
Very nice, very nice. And we understand this is not your first Trulli, or should I say even Trullo, location. You have a little bit of history with prior locations.
Correct. I started, after I lost my job at the Fairmont Hotel, I started in 1999, created Trattoria Trullo in Evanston. Same concept, same design. Then I moved from Evanston to Lincoln Square, Chicago. Same concept, same design. Then I retired. Then I come back in Arlington Heights with a small seating, 50-seating operation. But this time, more and more traditional and compatible of a Puglia.
Very nice. And we, of course, are delighted that those of us in the suburbs don't have to trek all the way to Lincoln Square, although it's a lovely neighborhood for sure. And yeah, even Arlington Heights, when I read that he had a location in Arlington Heights, I jumped on it because I knew you were just off of 53, a lot closer than going to Evanston, so delighted. And by the way, that's where I first learned about you, was in Chicago Magazine. Named one of the top 15 new restaurants of the year. Huge honor, what a distinction. And it's very rare that Chicago Magazine will mention a suburban restaurant, so I knew this had to be special. And what an honor for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I say, we do the honesty. Honesty is food, honesty service, simple, and we try to make a better job for the neighborhood.
Very nice. And of course, that Chicago Magazine article featured a very, very wonderful picture of him with his glass of wine. And so when I walked in here the first time and saw you, it was like seeing a superstar. Like, that's the guy in the magazine. It was so fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Puglia, we understand, is very much surrounded by the water. So as you mentioned, seafood very accessible. Most of us are familiar with the fact that Italy is shaped like a boot, and the Puglia region would be the heel portion, the very end heel portion of the boot. So really see the seafood theme throughout your menu, which is just delightful.
Well, we are sitting at Adriatic Sea, what today is being nominated one of the most clear, clean sea. And the geographic points of Puglia, you can reach Greece, Malta, Croatia. So as a geographic, we are Adriatic, Mediterranean, all blended together. That's why it makes us more rich from the water to the land.
That is excellent. And Puglia, known for its wines as well.
Well, our wine in Puglia used to be not so popular. Now it's very demand. We have a prime grape, it's Primitivo. Then we have a Negro Amaro, Malvasia Nera, Nero di Troia. It's white. We don't have many, but we have a pretty famous Locorotondo, Gravina, a little bit of a Fiano. But the Primitivo, it's the business card of a Puglia wine.
Very nice. In the past, I have had a Primitivo wine here, as well as several of your Puglia whites. I enjoyed every single one of them. They were absolutely delicious.
Thank you. We have about maybe 35 different Primitivo, and maybe about 10 different white from Puglia. I think that's plain enough, because otherwise then it wouldn't be the original.
Right. Excellent selection. Well, sir, we cannot thank you enough for what's been a beautiful visit. We absolutely love Osteria Trulli, and we wish you all of the very, very best in the future. We say salute to you, sir.
Grazie. Grazie for coming, and I'll wait for you to come by for dinner, and you make the decision. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Grazie. Osteria Trulli is located in a very nice, simple shopping center, and they've managed to transform the simple storefront here into a very comfortable and lovely patio. I have had the chance over the past summer to experience it, and it was just great. We have some ladies this evening also enjoying a little bit of al fresco dining. It's good to mention the hours that this restaurant has as well, because they're very impressive. They're open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. And particularly for a specialty small place such as this, it's very common for them to be closed on a Monday, for example. Even sometimes a Sunday, you'll see certain Italian places are closed. So the fact that the Osteria Trulli is open 7 days a week, I find to be really extraordinary and great, because it just gives us more chances to indulge in their cuisine. Also, in addition to the dining experience here, they also offer full service catering. So plenty of opportunities for you to try the amazement of Osteria Trulli. What's the name of this dish?
This is the cappellaccia stuffed lobster pasta.
Ooh,
It's a
stuffed
homemade
lobster
like
pasta.
cappellaccia stuffed pasta.
Oh, beautiful.
We have with pumpkin and with lobster, so it's a combo.
Oh, pumpkin and lobster.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely. and
fantastic.
it is also in a vodka cream sauce.
Beautiful. Looks amazing.
To die
To die for,
believe
yes.
me.
So we thought we'd just take a couple of minutes to chat with a regular. Always good to have testimony from people who really know this place. How regular are you at Osteria Trulli?
Well, we here almost every single day. We've been to that place since the guys opened the place. We love the food, we love the owner, we love to come over here because they excite us almost every single week with the new dishes. And we are the most regular customers probably here. Yeah, we feel ourselves like a family here.
Very nice. Such a nice experience to have at a restaurant. Very unique. Yes. And speaking of unique, that looks like a very unique dish. We understand it's a combination of stuffed pasta. One's lobster, one's pumpkin, with a vodka cream sauce. How does that sound to you?
Well, we would like to try that. It's going to be first time to try that pasta, but Giovanni always excites us with the new dishes. So we hope it's delicious like always.
Yes. Excellent. Well, bon appetit to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
delicious.
We had to run to go see the Cubs game
She
now.
had 2 glasses of wine.
And your first experience, how was it?
It was beautiful.
And she lives right across
It was
the street.
delicious.
Yes, did I not
I'll
steer
be
you in the right
back.
direction?
You did. It was very good.
And see, we're obsessed. Look, they're obsessed like that too.
Are we going to be on this?
It was delicious.
You know, she would wait till she starts ordering in all the time.
Yeah,
you live
that's
right there.
You live right
I'm
there.
jealous.
In your backyard.
And is this not like an exquisite experience?
It was wonderful.
It was very nice.
And the waiter we had, Marco, he's terrific.
We really have only just begun to scratch the surface of Osteria Trulli, and already, can't you tell, the gem that this place is. What I truly love about it is that you have very unique fare being offered here because we have this whole Puglia theme. But the menu does also offer mainstream Italian dishes that most of us would be more familiar with. They have beautiful stuffed shells, ravioli, a couple different types of spaghetti, linguine with clam sauce, so those familiar things. But then they venture into the more exotic Puglia cuisine. So really a wide range of options that you have. In addition to all the appetizers, all the pastas, they have some beautiful entrees, beautiful soup, salads, as well as pizza. Of course, I even hate to use that term because it's not the pizza we would think of out of the delivery box. Remember, they've got an authentic wood-burning oven here, so they are amazing. A couple things I'd like to mention about treats I've had here on past visits. One would be their carpaccio. One of my favorites. Those of us who love carpaccio knows it has to be absolutely razor paper thin. It's uncooked beef tenderloin, usually with olive oil, capers, that kind of thing. Their preparation here is by far my favorite. And I've had many a carpaccio in my days. That is saying something. Theirs has, in addition to the nice olive oil, fennel, truffle oil, Parmesan. It's in another stratosphere of carpaccio altogether. Unbelievable. And then for dessert, yes, they have your fallback desserts. Who could argue with cannoli or tiramisu? If those are the only 2 desserts I was forced to have the rest of my life, I would be perfectly fine with that. But they, of course, have some unique desserts here as well, in addition to those classics. Last time I was here, I had this beautiful light dumpling type of dessert with sweetened ricotta and anise, cinnamon, raisins with a side of vanilla gelato. Unbelievable. So from appetizer through to dessert, there are all sorts of exotic treats to delight you. So that is the world of Osteria Trulli. A tip of the hat to this wonderful region in Italy and to a whole culture of people, food and wine that perhaps we don't think of when we think of Italy. And so for all these reasons, you must get on the Avenue. The Avenue will take you here to Osteria Trulli. We are on Hintz Rd in Arlington Heights. For those of you viewers who reside in our beloved Addison, Illinois, it's a simple 53 north to Palatine Road East. You're here in just minutes. Well worth the drive. A very worthy drive to Osteria Trulli up the Avenue.